fasted cardio early in the morning, insulin levels low, no distractions. You just knock it out in the morning. And then you just trick yourself throughout the day. If you get up early in the morning and you work out, you trick yourself. You'll be to forget that you worked out. But that's a good thing. So you look in the mirror, you see your abs, your cuts, and your veins. You wonder what happened. You worked out early in the morning and knocked it out. It's the secret. Then you just put yourself on a routine to just get up early, get your workout in, weightlifting, no cardio. Mismatched clothes, all this, it don't matter. Just keeping that standard that I said, instead I'm gonna get up early, knock this fasted cardio out, then I get my day started. 4 weeks out, road to the show. See you guys soon. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. So let's get into this topic. So today I want to say that you don't lack motivation, you lack standards. Everyone says they need more motivation. They watch another video, another podcast. Even I watch, motivational videos or audios when I'm working out as well. And I'm not even saying that motivation is bad, but there's a more sustainable way. We feel fired up for like 24 hours, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Then life happens. Pain sets in. Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? When life punches us in the face, we got to readjust. Some of us completely forget what we were supposed to be doing. Some of us give up soon, fast. And then that motivation goes out the door. Everything that you wanted to do, it stops. You forgot about it. And either it never happens or you started another day, month, year, 10 years, or maybe just is over, right? That's what motivation does. It gives us a boost, but what keeps the engine going? What keeps you going where you see people that just keep going nonstop? You don't lack motivation, you lack standards. What is a standard? People confuse standards with goals. A goal says I want to lose 30 pounds. A standard says I don't skip workouts. A goal says I want to make 6 figures. A standard says I improve my skills every day. Goals are destinations. Standards determine how we live every day. It's like a mission statement that you give yourself, that you don't fall to, that you don't compromise with as well. This is what I'm doing. This is who I am as a person. I don't go in that direction. I don't go in that direction. This is my standard. Life doesn't rise to your goals. It falls to your standards, depending on how high or low your standards are. High standards won't allow you to do small things or things that bring your character down. Low standards do. So if we're not successful, we're possibly don't have standards or we have low standards. Motivation is a terrible leader. He's not bad, it's just not a good leader. Motivation is emotional. Motivation wavers. Sometimes you're motivated, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel like you can conquer the world. Some days you don't even want to get out of bed. It's success depending on how you feel. Honestly, we wouldn't be successful. Things would never happen. Things would never come together because one day you up, next day you down. And depending on what goals you have, it requires consistency. It requires stability. And that's what standards bring into your life. You'll never be consistent with motivation. I like motivation, but it can't be my number one priority of my go-to for, I want to make $1 million. I want to get 6-pack abs. No. Even as a personal trainer, we talk about SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. That's what standards bring into your goal setting. Whatever you want to do, we have to add those standards to it. When I'm prepping for my bodybuilding shows, I can't go off my motivation, right? You know, if there's a set meal, a set calories, or a set protein amount that I have to be eating, that's what I have to be eating because I see the vision being next to another person. You never know who's working harder than you, who's more conditioned, who's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you want to be that person. Whoever that you envision working harder than you, then you need to be working harder. You never know. So you have to set those standards. I don't skip meals. I don't do cheat meals. I don't miss workouts at the gym, things like that. Those are standards that keep you accomplished and successful. They eliminate negotiation. So let's talk about negotiating. Stop negotiating. Most people lose before they begin. Why? Because they compromise, because they negotiate. They wake up in the morning and they decide, I'm gonna hit the snooze button, I'm gonna sleep in today. That's negotiating. It's one job when you have a standard, and that's to get out the bed and be where you gotta be at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m., or wherever you gotta be. At the gym. I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 a.m. I gotta be at work at 7 a.m., right? Why? Because you got a paycheck. Why? Because I wanna be in good condition. I want the six pack abs. I want the beach body. And that's what standards do. So when we look at like disciplined, successful people, it's not that they have a strong willpower, which they do. It's because they don't negotiate. They make simple decisions. We need to make simple decisions, and that's to get up. It's no other opinions. It's tunnel vision to where we need to be. When I was playing football, it was raining outside after school. We had football practice. It was raining. Nobody wanted to go to practice. The team captain said, rain, sleet, hail, or snow, we still got to go. That was almost 15, 20 years ago. And I still keep that same mindset in my head whenever I'm working out. When I go to the track or when I go to the gym, it's raining, it's sleet, it's hail, it's snow. Still got to get the work done. You're better off getting the work done because it delays your success when you put that day off. No excuses. And it just builds character over time. Your life reflects your standards. Look at every area of your life, like your body, my body, your finances, relationships, career. They're all reflecting of the standards that we have accepted. It's good or bad. It's not your potential. It's not your intentions. It's your standards. The good news is that our standards can change. Starting today. How to raise those standards? We don't try to change everything at once. One small transition at a time. Maybe it's I'm going to work out 4 days a week. Maybe you go to the gym for 2 days or 3 days, and you want to add that extra day, 4 days. I don't hit the snooze button. I just get up in the morning and make my bed, or I meal prep every Sunday. That saves me money, gas, time, just having everything organized and set up. That just comes from setting standards, not motivation. Not tomorrow morning I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna hit the gym and I'm gonna get my breakfast in at 5 a.m. Then I wake up the next morning, I don't feel like getting out the bed. I miss the breakfast. Something happens, I miss the gym, or maybe I make the gym. But everything that I was motivated to do beforehand didn't come into play. Number one, I didn't have standards. Number two, I didn't transition well. It was just like a 0 to 100. It ended up being like a 15%. To get to that 100, we have to transition one thing at a time to really get to that 100. Even if it's 2% a day. Was it Myron Rowe, 2% a day book, 1% a day book? That's how we slowly make ourselves into the person that we want to be. Just setting those standards, one thing at a time. So remember, the person that you want to be is not decided on motivation. It's decided on what you're willing or unwilling to compromise. So stop chasing motivation, raise your standards, and let your actions catch up. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video. Like and subscribe, and peace.